Hi, today is day 4 of a shoulder-friendly workout. I am using heavy sets of weights. So I have 2 sets just in case I need to switch out. So either 12 or 15 is what I'm using. We're gonna come to the mat to get started right away, warming up our core and our back body. So coming to all fours, leaving those wrists under shoulders, knees under hips, tucking that tummy in towards your spine. We're just gonna lift one leg back, really pulling through the abdominals as you raise that leg and bring it back in and alternate. While you do this, make sure you're keeping your navel tucked in, draw that rib cage in. Only get your leg to about hip height. Really engage through those glutes, point through those toes or ankles to reach your feet back. And if you have the mobility, you can always add like an arm raise just to give yourself a little bit of a balance challenge. It doesn't have to be really long or reaching if that doesn't feel great. But up to you. We have a few more here. Keeping that navel tucked for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And bring it back in. We're gonna just take a few cat-cows before we go into our next move. Watch. Okay, so take that inhale, exhale, round through that back. Inhale, take that cow, exhale, cat. One more each direction. And then again, staying here, we're gonna tuck those toes and lift up those knees into our bear plank. So draw it all in, hold and hover, holding and hovering this position, keeping that navel drawn in, breathing here, just holding it. We're gonna add on for a few more seconds. Really tucking that tummy in, drawing that rib cage in. Put it down for a second, take a deep breath, lift it back up. Now we're gonna add. So we're gonna add a little hip twist and bring it back forward. And hip twist and forward. So targeting those obliques. Holding it here for 6 more. 4. I'm moving my bottom leg a little bit if I want to get a little bit more of a twist. 2 more. Bring it back through center, hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Whew. Nice job. If you want to sit back into that child's pose. Whew. Take that breath. Nice job. Okay. We're going to come just to kneeling. Make sure you have that mat. We're going to take some lateral flexion here. So draw those arms out. If it feels better to put your hand here. We're just going to reach over. You can reach that hand towards that ground and bring it up. We'll just stay to the same side. Reach and up. Targeting again those obliques, moving your spine in a direction you normally don't move it throughout the day, but keeping it mobile. Getting nice oblique work. Last one. Switch sides. How about exhale on the reach? Inhale on the reset. A few more here. And bring it back up. Nice job. I'm gonna grab onto my 12-pound weights here to start, staying in that kneeling position. We're gonna get a little more oblique work. We're gonna reach over to one side, lowering that weight towards that ground, and then switch. Now, important here to keep that tummy tucked, pressing your navel towards your spine, keeping that rib cage drawn in. While these don't look difficult, they're sneaky, especially holding the weights. And if you're focusing on using that opposite side oblique to lift yourself back up, make that muscle-mind connection. A few more here for 4, 3, 2, and last one, and lower it down. We are going to take that, I think I'm gonna use my heavier weight, my 15 pounds. We're gonna bring it over to the side. I'm having my legs stacked, so knees bent, legs stacked. I'm gonna grab that heavy weight and I'm just gonna place it underneath my hip bones on my top part of my thigh. My hand is gonna hold this weight. The other hand is right, as much as you can, a little bit out from your shoulder. And we're just gonna do some hip raises with this weight on our hips. So when you're ready, we're gonna do 12. So tuck that navel in, press those hips up and squeeze through those abdominals and glutes, and then lower it down. Here we go for 12, 11, 12. Really squeeze through, keep that head back, keep that ear in line with that shoulder. Halfway done. So I am kind of coming up and forward as I raise my hips. For 4, 3, 2, really targeting that bottom side oblique, and 1. If you can hold it up for this one, bring that leg out. We're in that modified side plank and get little leg lifts here. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it back down, bend it in, lower it down. Switching over to side 2. Okay, again, knees bent, holding that weight in place carefully as we go right into it. Tuck that tummy in for 12. Scooch back here. 11. Again, thinking about squeezing those glutes, pressing that tummy in as you lift it on up. Holding it here. Halfway done. Keep your breath work going, inhaling and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it up. Extend out that top leg, holding it there. Lift and lower. Nice parallel foot. You can flex through that foot. Keep that tummy tucked, head drawn back for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it and bring it down. Whew, nice job. Okay, we're gonna go right into some standing work now. So, got a little, some good side body work. We're gonna come on up. Let's just take one more lateral flexion over to one side, and then bring it over to the other side. Stretch out those obliques we just worked. Okay, we are going to go, and I'm gonna use my 12-pound weights here. No, actually I'm using 15, sorry, and I'm only using 1. 15 and only using 1. Spreading those legs, actually we're all over the place. We're bringing the legs together. We have the weight in our right hand and we're gonna step out to the side with our left leg. So we're gonna reach over opposite arm as leg and bring it back in. So we're continuing here. Here we go. As you step to the side, press the weight through the back of the heel of this leg. We have 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, and then we're gonna go over to side 2. So I'm gonna scooch over this way and finishing this up. Reaching that opposite arm. I have a hinge from the hips, so I'm not arching through that back. Halfway here for 6, 5, 4, keep that belly tucked, 2, last 1, weight through that heel, bring it on in. Holding this weight, we're gonna bring it right here to about chest height. We're gonna take a squat and raise that leg. Getting a little more abductor work here. So when you squat, sit the weight back in those heels. Make sure you're hinging from the hips, long spine, foot is flexed and as parallel as you can get it. Just feeling it more through those abductors that way. For 8, 7, 4, 3, hold on to that weight. Last one more each side. Bring it in and up. Whew. Okay, that gets the heart up, right up. Next we're gonna move to grabbing both my heavier weights, 15 pounds. We're gonna get some rowing. So we're hip distance, or a little wider with the feet than hip distance, shoulder distance. Hinging forward from those hips, keeping that tummy tucked, micro bend to those legs. We're gonna row it out. So alternating rows here, working that back, holding, feeling it through those quads, glutes, hamstrings, hinge forward from the hips, keeping that spine long. Breathing here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it on up. Whew. Okay. And then we're gonna just drop one of these weights. We're gonna hold the weight the long ways, so hold it at the top head of the weight. Spread those legs out nice and wide. We're gonna go into some goblet squats. So you're gonna lower it down real low and then squeeze it up. Lower it down and squeeze. Don't forget, don't feel scared to go heavy on this. You could even go up heavier than what you grabbed. Holding it here for a few more. Halfway for 6, 5. Keep those knees from collapsing in towards each other. 2 more. And last 1, squeeze through those glutes. Nice job. Okay. Now I'm gonna switch out, after I get a drink here, switch out to my lighter set of heavy weights. Okay, so I'm going to 12 pounds, and I am going to actually move this mat out of the way. It's okay to take a breather here, because I feel like I have a better chance of balancing. Okay. So we're gonna take a forward lunge, weights are at our side, we're gonna add a hammer curl. So alternating legs. So you're gonna step out, try to get that back knee down towards that ground, curl those arms, bring it in, step back, other side. So we have 10, 9, and make sure you find your balance before you go right into that curl. working the quads, we're working the glutes and hamstrings of that front leg. We have 4, 3, keep the tummy tucked, 2, last one, bring it in, we're gonna go out for one more, bring those weights up and connect them, we're gonna twist towards the front leg, twist, twist, for 10, 9, 8, if you have to drop a weight, do so, 6, 5, come lower in that squat if you can, 3, 2, 1, lower it down, press it back, whew. Step it out one more time, other side, twist it, so try to get nice and low in that squat, for 10, 9, 8, 7, keep breathing, 3, 2, 1, and bring it in. Woo, okay, lower those weights down, take a drink, take a breath, and we're gonna repeat some of this. So we're gonna repeat it from that side step lunge. So bring it over to one side, weight in the other hand, and get going. Pressing that weight through the heel of that leg. A lot of the weight is through that leg that you're leaning into, for 6, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Step it over to the other side, switch weights, switch hands. And tugging from that tummy, you're doing great. For 10, wait, and press off that leg to bring it back in. For 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Okay, so we're holding that weight in hand, standing at that hip distance, parallel feet. We're gonna do the squat, side leg raise. Here we go. Holding it here, sitting those hips back, keeping that spine long, not dipping too far forward with that head. Keeping that foot flex on the leg raise for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, almost done, you got this, 3, 2, and 1. Whew, press it down. Okay, taking that breath. Now we're doing those shoulder rows again. So weights in both hands, standing those feet a little wider, tuck that tummy, hinge forward, reach those weights down. We're just gonna alternate rowing, kind of a simultaneous movement. Bring the weights up by your rib cage. Keep that spine long, head long in line with that spine. Navel tucked for 10. For 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring it on up. Nice job. Okay, we're gonna go into that goblet squat. So let's grab that heavier weight, holding it long ways, spread those legs apart. And we're gonna try to touch elbows to thighs or knees and come up. Drive through those hips on the raise for 10. Spine stays long, tummy stays tucked. for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and press it up. Nice job. Okay, switching out my weights for that last front lunge. Move. I'll go this way this time. Starting with that first leg, you're gonna step it out, find that lunge, take that curl, and press it back, other leg. We have 10. Try not to move that upper arm as you curl. Try to get that back knee towards the ground. We have 6 more. Pressing that weight off that front leg to get you back. Last 2. Last 1. Now we step it out and hold it. Add that twist towards that front leg once you're in position. Try to get low with that squat if you can for 10, 9, 8, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down, step it back. If you're using heavy weights, you need a breather. Next one, you step out, find your position. Bring those weights up and twist. Keep that tummy tucked for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press it back. Whew. Carefully lower those weights down. That worked up a sweat. Nice job. Let's take a deep breath here. Bring those arms up. Open up like a cactus. Arms. Goalpost arms. Reach up. Lengthen through that spine. One more. Reach up. And then bring those arms down. Again, if that didn't feel great, you can always just look up, press those arms down. You're all set. Thanks.